Welcome to Toffee TV. Merhababi, Voş geldin to all our Turkish fans. Sorry if that isn't right. Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction to Stoke City 1, Everton 2. We've won an away game. Woohoo! We've won an away game. Well, what can you say? It's been a long time coming. 5 straight defeats on the road has ended. It wasn't a great performance, let's be honest. You know, we made hard work of something that really shouldn't have been hard work. But we've won the game, and that's the most important thing. Sam Allardyce obviously watched my starting 11 video and went with it. Listen, it was the obvious choice, wasn't it? Garner to come in for Gylfi Sigurdsson. And although we controlled the game in the first half, we just didn't threaten at all, really. We had the best chance of the first half. Tom Davies with a header from 6 yards out that he's got to score. He's got to at least hit the target or force, you know, McPartland into a save. And he comes round the back of a free kick by Wayne Rooney and just heads it over the bar, and it was a sitter. There's no other way to say it. And then he turned his ankle in a collision with Charlie Adam, and then he just wasn't in the game, Tom. You know, bless him. He was trying to get on the front foot, and he just couldn't get into the game. But we wasted good counter-attacking options. You know, we made the wrong choice. Stoke huffed and puffed. I mean, they didn't really change what they were doing. Long ball to Peter Crouch, who was climbing all over of everyone and knocking things down, but they had no real threat. You know, and that kind of totally dissipated when Charlie Adam got himself sent off. It's a mad one. It's a harsh red card, but by the letter of the law, it's a red card. He left the floor. He wasn't in control of his body. He jumped into a challenge. He caught Wayne Rooney. Personally, I think when you look at it, you think it's probably a yellow card, but he's left the floor and jumped into it. I thought it was Adam. Then Shaqiri was crying and moaning, threw his gloves down, and I was thinking, have they sent him off by mistake? But no, it was Charlie Adam. Went in at half time. It was 0-0. Really, really dismal display by Everton. Offered nothing up front. No, you know, no shots of any note really. None on target anyway. But whatever Sam Allardyce said at the break worked for once, and Everton came out and got back on the front foot and started asking some questions of Stoke, and McPartland had to make a couple of good saves before we went in front. We'd had a couple of penalty appeals turned down, 2 handballs in the box. Both could have been given penalties. The one in the first half, the lad's put his arm out. You talk about unnatural position. Well, that's an unnatural position. The ball hit his arm. And the second one was Peter Crouch giving it the owl basketball in the box off of Michael Keane, which would have been a very harsh penalty, to be fair. Zuma done one later on where he put his hand on the ball. That for me was definitely not a penalty, but Crouch is one I've seen given. But we got ahead, and we were a bit fortuitous because Tosun is marginally offside, but who cares? It's about time we had a little bit of a break off something like that. Balassi, when he simplifies his game, is such a better player. He's more dangerous. But, you know, what he done was he got the ball out of his feet, whipped the crossing, Tosun moves in, great at a little flick on it. Butler makes a good stop. Dominic Calvert-Lewin somehow manages not to score. It's a good clearance off the line. And Tosun gets himself up and wraps it into the empty net. And he just, again, another brilliant performance. Thank you, Besiktas, for this striker that has come in. We've been crying out for one since Lukaku left in the summer. And we've got a lad now in Tosun who can control a ball, can beat a man, work so hard. And this is what the Besiktas fans were saying. This is probably why he got so much love from them when he was leaving, is that just believe in him, give him chances. He is a goal scorer and he will work hard, and he proved it again today. Really good hold-up play. You know, is involved. He's a clever footballer. I love clever footballers, and that's what he is. His turn, his touch brings other people into the game, and he stayed alive for that. We then went and Evertoned it up. I mean, we had counter-attacking opportunities. Rooney put a wonderful ball through for Calvert-Lewin, who miscontrols it when it's easier to score, really. You know, Dom didn't, he really didn't have a good game when he came on, Calvert-Lewin, to be fair today. But we give away a cheap goal. Jordan Pickford, for me, is it's at fault. There's no other way to say it. Joe Allen kills a free kick in, and we should deal with it, and we don't. And Pickford is hesitant, and Chupa Monting, or whatever his name is, stretches the leg out. He didn't want it. He closed his eyes and stretched like, oh, do we have to go for it? Wrecked his groin in the process. Pickford shouldn't be beaten there. He should just come and take everybody. And it's 1-1, and then you get nervous. You start thinking, we're going to just totally Everton a game up we've had so much control in. But we didn't. We got back on the front foot. We get the ball out to Theo Walcott. Theo throws a great cross in, and there's Tosun again with a diving header. And Butland gets a hand to it, going away to his left. He can't keep it out. It goes in the corner of the net, and Everton are back in front. And a really brave header by Tosun. Calvert-Lewin does well, takes Shaw, crosses eyes off the ball, and Everton are back in front. And then again, we had opportunities to kill it. Walcott smashes one into the side net when he should just fire it across to Tosun. We do a great little move down the left. Calvert-Lewin does brilliantly. He's running into the box. If he just cuts it back, Tosun knocks it in. You know, when he doesn't, he takes a shot on. Butler makes a good save with his legs, and you're looking, thinking, I hope we don't regret these bad mistakes, you know, bad decisions in the final third. But we didn't. You know, they brought on Mr. I haven't scored in 2 years, Bejarino, and you're thinking, oh no, please, not today. And he had one where he turned and hit it across the face of the goal, and you're biting your nails. But we hung on. We've won the game. It wasn't a great performance by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, you know, they had 10 men, which makes it even worse. Personally, I still think we'd have beat them anyway, but you can understand why they will be disappointed. But we've won the game. It stopped a bad run, you know, a bad drop. We've hit 40 points now. That should be us done and dusted now, looking up. We've got the 2-week break now, and that's good to go into that with on the back of a victory. And then obviously we've got Manchester City and Liverpool at home, which will be 2 big games, 2 very tough games. And what I can say is, if we play like we did at times today, they will destroy us, the pair of them. I thought, just a couple of notable mentions really. Wayne Rooney, I thought, had an excellent game in midfield for us. Great passing, worked really, really hard. I thought Jagielka and Michael Keane had good games at the back for us. And then obviously Cenk Tosun up front, you know, would have been my man of the match, because he's scored the key goals that have won us the game. But yeah, we've won an away game. It's fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's all good. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget to check out Ped's instant match reaction. Thank you very much. I've been Baz. See you soon on Toffee TV.